Hey, this is Priscilla Marie. So, I wanted to give a quick example of a focus wheel. There's a woman um, by the name of Esther Hicks, and she goes by Abraham Hicks. Abraham Hicks, she refers to as a group of beings. It's a collective of consciousness. That's probably the best way to describe it. Just type in Abraham Hicks on YouTube and you'll see for yourself. But anyway, so one of the things that she suggests is called a focus wheel. And I found myself really needing to do a focus wheel today. In full transparency, was just having a doubt day. And, I wasn't feeling too great about just progress that I was hoping to have made at this point. It's March the 3rd, 2018. And we all have our plans at the top of the year. And really before the top of the year. I like to plan before the top of the year. Because at the top of the year, I just want to run and do what I have to do. But in any case, I'm behind. That's how I was looking at it anyway. So a focus wheel is designed to bring you into alignment with the thing that you desire. So if what you really desire is to, make a lot more money than you've been making, or if what you desire is to have an album that goes platinum, or whatever it is that you desire, you will not be able to accomplish that if your energy does not line up with that, because everything is energy, everything is consciousness. So I think that when I found out about the focus wheel years ago, I definitely slept on it, because I haven't done it a lot. But you ever reached a moment where you feel like, all right, I need something. Give me something, Lord. And I was reminded about the focus wheel. So I looked it up on YouTube just to get a refresher, like how exactly do you do one? And here's what I came up with. So you basically, in your heart, say what it is that you desire. And the reason I say in your heart as opposed to writing it down in the middle, ultimately the desire is that, and I'll get to that in a second. But don't write it down yet, because by writing it down, you may then automatically, feel worse, because now you're looking at a desire that you don't really have, and you putting it in the middle of a circle. Your logical mind is thinking is not going to all of a sudden make it so. So don't write anything yet. The only thing you're doing right now, it's okay to put focus wheel. I did that. The only thing you're doing is putting a circle, and that's it. And so what you're doing is, in your heart, again, you have this desire. Now, maybe right this second, you do not feel great about that desire because you feel so far away from it. You feel like, it's not possible. You feel like you're not even close. You may feel like, I don't even know if I have the tools to pull it off. All of those things. Unfortunately, none of those thoughts get you closer to that desire. So the point of the focus wheel is, okay, maybe I can't put down that desire, but what's something else that feels like it? What's something else where I could get that same feeling energetically as the thing that I desire, except that thing I do believe with all of my heart, with all of my might, with all of my soul. Like, I believe that there's no wobble. As Abraham Hicks would say, there's no, conflict of energy. Like, I believe it. And maybe it's not that, but, I believe it. And so what you're doing is you're going after the thought that feels comparable to what the thing that you want feels like energetically. And then once you know you have a statement that is undeniably factual, undeniably true, that's the one that you write down. So if you look on my wheel here, this is where I actually start. So I went this way and I ended here, and I'll explain everything. But this is where I started. So I started with, watching Nolan sleep makes me smile with a joyful heart. That is undeniably true. I have a 17-month-old, and sometimes I feel like a creepy mom because he's asleep and I'm just like staring at him. But I get so much joy out of doing that, like to the point where I could actually cry right now just even saying it out loud. I just, I love my son. I love him. I love the journey that he's been on. He was a preemie. He was in the hospital 91 days before he came home. He was 1 pound and 10 ounces before he was born. So I don't even have to explain to you why that statement is undeniably true. It just is. And it feels amazing, to write it down because he truly does bring me joy. So watching Nolan sleep makes me smile with a joyful heart. So right off the bat, when I wrote that down, I felt amazing. I felt like, whew, all right, some relief. Thank you. Because sometimes you just need relief. You need to get out of that fog that you've been in. You need to pull yourself out. And this is a method that I know works. I've done it before. I've not done it very often, but I know that it works. And so before I even get around the wheel, I'm already feeling amazing. So that's statement 1. So then I keep searching. Like, okay, this feels good. This feels really, really good. And by the way, what's in my heart was not necessarily this statement. What's in my heart has more to do with progress in my career right now. And progress would mean on multiple fronts, financially, in terms of brand awareness, in terms of, creativity going to the next level. So there's a lot on my heart. And even if I wanted to start off putting something in here, it would have been a challenge to really figure out what 1 or 2, words to put. But like I said, I'll get to this in a second, but I just wanted you to know what was on my heart so that you understand what makes this whole thing awesome. So that was statement 1. Statement 2, I'm searching. Okay, what feels good? And thoughts are going to come to you, by the way, that don't make this list. And you'll be able to tell, like, if it doesn't feel true, don't write it down. If it feels like, maybe, don't write it down. It has to be undeniably true, in your heart of hearts. So the next statement, after going through a few that came and it felt great, it felt a little bit better. I love knowing how far he's come. That undeniably true. I love knowing how far he's come. Like I just said a second ago, he was born at 1 pound and 10 ounces. He spent 91 days in the hospital. I remember the first week that he was on this earth, I couldn't even hold him. He was so tiny that they had to leave him. I could just they had to leave him with his back down and face up, head in one position for 7 days, just so that his brain wouldn't bleed. Because obviously if your brain bleeds, that causes other problems. That's a tear. So obviously I'm only on the second part of the wheel. This has nothing to do with, improvement in finances or career advancement or anything like that, but it does energetically because I feel amazing thinking about this. I love knowing how far he's come. I love it. And so keep going. What do you feel next? So then I feel I'm a great mom. And when I put that, I had to put this smiley face because sometimes as moms, and I know especially me, we do not give ourselves the credit that we deserve. Being a mom is hard. It's so difficult. And I find that I have a whole new level of respect for women that decide to do this multiple times. My hat goes off to you. I don't think I'm doing it multiple times, but I'm absolutely excited to know that there are mothers that do it and they do it so well. My mother, did it so well. And even now, she has grandkids and it's 6 of them, all boys. And she'll have like these grandma weekends when all of them get to come over. And I'm tired just talking about it. But anyway, I love knowing how far he's come. I'm a great mom. I'm sorry, that's where I ended. So now keep going. And what are we doing again to reiterate? We're trying to match the feeling of the thing that's in your heart's desire. So in my heart, I see my musical career advancing. I see, my career, I shouldn't just say music, but my entertainment career advancing in a way that I know results in me impacting millions of people around the globe. It results in millions of dollars into my life. It results in, millions of different experiences and opportunities and people that are inspired. And, all of that is here. But again, there's some resistance when you don't see that in your life experience right this second. So that's why we're going this route. It's almost like we're tricking the brain a little bit, but it's okay because energetically, I'm on track to having that same vibration that I need to have in order for that to become reality. So keep going. So I keep going. I'm feeling around. I have some thoughts cross my mind. The one that finally felt like a match, it felt undeniably true. It felt great. I know my prayers for him created a strong desire for his healing. That made me feel amazing because I know how important that feeling of desire is. The first step to anything being created in anybody's life is desire. And that's even in, if you're not familiar with Abraham Hicks, she talks about step 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not going to give a lesson, but again, her stuff is all over the internet, so it's very easy to find. But, step 1 is the desire. And this is also in another, a classic, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. He talks about desire. So before you can, get anything, manifest anything, receive any form of healing, you got to desire it first. So that was important for me to put because it would have been easy for me to, when he was in the hospital, before he was born and in the hospital, I was in the hospital. I was admitted for 3 weeks and it came out of the blue because I was having a pretty good pregnancy. So I thought, and then I had a routine visit and, all of a sudden I'm a high risk pregnancy. And before I know it, they're telling me, that the blood flow is not flowing the way that it should to your baby. And in the state of New York, technically you are allowed to decide not to go through with the pregnancy if it's before a certain time. And I was before that time. And, so they're already, basically letting me know like this is how it's looking. And if you decide to proceed, they talked about the mortality rates and, so I had every reason in the world to not even get as far as desiring his healing because I could have believed that it wasn't possible. I could have easily believed that it wasn't possible. Easy. But I found it somewhere inside of me to desire his healing. And so I had to write that down. I know my prayers for him created a strong desire for his healing. And I know that strong desire is going to then, again, help me get around the rest of this wheel. And so I'm still feeling great. I'm still feeling, better and better and better as I'm going around. So I'm like, okay, what's next? And then I was recalling he is healed. That's manifestation. I love knowing that he is actually healed right now. Like, he's 17 months. He's happy. He's healthy. I remember the whole time I was in the hospital, the only thing I kept chanting, and even after, when he was born and he was in the hospital, I always, every day, every night, all day, all night, my son is happy and healthy. My son is happy and healthy. My son is happy and healthy. That was my affirmation. And I had this visualization constantly of birthday cakes. So now for me, birthdays are always going to be, birthdays are always special, but for me, they're extra special because now it's like an actual, manifestation of what I was looking at in the hospital when I had his, his first birthday last September. And I know this second one, this September coming up, I'm just basically every birthday, I'm going to be a crybaby. So he just has to get used to it. But, yeah, he is healed. That's manifestation. So mind you, I'm not even all the way around the wheel yet. I'm right here. And have I said anything about money? Have I said anything about riches? Have I said anything about, my brand being recognized across all continents. I haven't said anything about that. But how do I feel right now? I feel amazing. I feel the same thing I would feel as if my brand was recognized on 7 continents. I feel what I feel would feel if, people all over the globe were playing my music right now. I feel what I would feel if I had certain types of deals in the works and closed that resulted in me seeing the types of dollars I've never seen before. Like I feel like I'm on cloud 9. And that's the point of this. So keep going, keep going. Then I come up with, he's the happiest kid you'll ever meet. And I'll speed up a little bit now because I think you see the point. I wanted to go a little bit slow just so you could really, feel me and understand. But he's the happiest kid you'll ever meet. That makes me obviously through the roof excited to write because that was my exact affirmation. My son is happy and healthy. My son is happy and healthy. And I promise you, all this kid does is smile and laugh and joke. Like, that's his life. I'm giving him the tools he needs to succeed. Now, this, I feel like, was a breakthrough statement because now, yes, it's still talking about my son, but now we have the word, tools in here and the word succeed, success. Those are words that now are a little more relevant to what's in my heart. You see, I'm giving him the tools he needs to succeed. And I know that this is undeniably true because I understand what I'm doing with him as a mom. He gets, the benefit of, I left New York and I came back to South Jersey, which is where I grew up because my family is here. My mom is here. My dad is here. My aunts, grandmother, all his cousins are here, my brothers. Like, I wanted him to have the benefit of knowing that he's loved at an early age because I wanted that to be his foundation. And so he gets that. I'm giving him the tools he needs to succeed. I'm teaching him. He may only be, barely 1.5, but I started teaching him how to read already. He's going to learn how to read early. Facts. I've already declared it. My guidance matters. Yes, my guidance matters. I'm not going to say that I know what I'm doing. And as I'm learning, I think that no parent really knows what they're doing. That kind of seems to be the consensus. None of us know what we're doing. But are we figuring it out as we go along? Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. So my guidance matters. I am a valuable and rare jewel. Now again, this statement, it's coming a little bit closer to what's in my heart. I'm a valuable and rare jewel. Oh shoot, the music that I make is actually kind of dope. People actually want to hear it. Me as a brand, me as an entertainment figure, the fact that I am not just a singer and a songwriter, but I'm also an entertainment and business attorney. I've brokered deals. I've done deals that allow people to receive value outside of just the legal documents in their situations. And that's valuable. That's rare. You're not seeing that every day. And I'm not average at either one. So am I feeling amazing? Not all the way around, but almost all the way around? Yes, absolutely. So I'm getting closer to matching the energy of what's in my heart. And again, that's the whole point of this. You got to have what's in your heart. You got to believe that. And you got to consistently believe that. And so again, this is a tool that allows you to get your belief up. And it's a tool that I will say you're probably, I'm probably not just going to be able to do this focus wheel once and then now I'm forever. No, like this is a tool. So that means you use it. You use it whenever you need it. For me, it's probably a good idea that I actually make it a habit right now. So I can get reaccustomed with doing it on a regular basis. And, the more you practice something, the better you get at it. So what's next? People would pay millions to experience me. So now, we're now kind of in the crux of, what I said is in my heart. I'm a millionaire. Definitely could not have put that as the first statement because there would have been too much resistance. There would have been too much, conflicting energy. I couldn't have put that there. I couldn't have. But I could put it now because I felt amazing when I was here. And then the last one, the world is waiting for me to share me. And that had to be said because, so much of, I think, my doubt, whenever I have doubt days, it has to do with me looking at what I don't have and realizing, oh, well, I kind of need to get this in place first and then, or, well, if I only had this, then maybe I could do this, or, well, I need some money so that I could pay such and such. Just all of these things. And not that those things aren't, things that I need. Maybe I really do need something and that could help me. But it doesn't mean that I'm worthless, that I'm not valuable at all, that I'm not, a valuable and rare jewel. And so then finally, when you get to the actual circle, she says, put something that is kind of like a conclusion, of all of this. And remember, I said what's in my heart has to do with, I've been doing this a long time. I'm an amazing artist. I'm an amazing songwriter. I am an entertainer. I'm a person that I find that people, they like to be around because I guess they think I'm fun, whatever. But I'm a lot of things, and I'm at the point in my career where I want to, I guess, be in front of as many people as possible. And this is a huge globe, so obviously we're talking at least millions, if not billions, on a regular basis. And so the question oftentimes as an independent act is, okay, how do I do this? How do I pull it off? So again, there would be a lot if I even tried to sum it up and put it in here. It would be a lot, but the way that I concluded this and what felt the most true and what felt the most natural and what felt the most amazing and what felt like energy that aligned with the energy of what's in my heart is to say, I'm enough. And that's what I put in the circle. I'm enough. I'm enough. Everything that I represent, everything that I am, everything that I've done, everything that I've been through, everything that I stand for, everything that I want, everything that I believe in, this is what makes me me. These are the things that make me me. These are the reasons why I will succeed. There's only one me. There's only one me. There will only ever be one me. So I didn't expect this to be 20 minutes long. But I felt led to share this because if you follow Abraham Hicks, you know about the focus wheel already. So this is not new to you, but maybe you've never, kind of went through it in this way. So hopefully this was helpful, and hopefully you'll do one of your own and see where it takes you. Let's line up that energy. Alignment. I am aligned in the vortex, as she says. Bye. Again, this is Priscilla Marie. Feel free to check out my music on iTunes. It's PriscillaMarie.